Hello everyone, this is Linda and I have a project to share with you today. First I want to show you what I used and then I'll show you what I made. A few weeks ago, or else actually it's been longer than that, it's probably been several months ago, my aunt sent me this camisole and it belonged to her husband's grandmother. So this would have been, because my aunt is 75, so this would have been his grandmother's. So it would have at least been, what, in the 20s, in the 1920s, or maybe even earlier. But it was a camisole, and it did have two straps on it, but one of them was gone. And it had some holes in it, and the lace here was chewed off by something over the years. So I did cut a square out, and I'll show you what I did with it. I thought it would be nice to make my aunt something with this, so I did. I made her this little needle book, and I used this trim here on the front and on the back. This is the square that I cut out here, was what I used to make the front and back covers with. I just thought it would make a nice little keepsake for her, and I made it fairly simple, and it's mostly all white with a little cream and beige mixed in. I used some pearl trim here and some rosette trim here. I made a flower out of this rosette trim and then just added a little pearl embellishment here on the top. I used a piece of this strap for the closure, and I covered it with the rosette trim and used a piece of Velcro to keep it closed. On the ends, oh, and I used some little Chinese braid trim here along the edge. On the inside, I used a little coffee dyed doily and then another small white doily, and one of, I think this is a Lily's, one of Lily's doodad flowers, I think is what this is, but I'm not sure. I can't remember. I used a little piece of lace here and put some felt inside here so that I could put the pins in, and then use this this little trim here that I had in my stash, and I have no idea where it came from, but I love it. I think I got it at a yard sale, and I got two spools of it, so I'm still have quite a bit of it, and it's one of my favorites. Here I used a piece of crocheted lace, and then I put two crocheted flowers on each end that came from Wild Orchid Crafts, and then a little piece of flowered trim that I think came from Miss Garden Grove. And then I just put some safety pins in on this side. And then on this page, I just used scraps from my lace box is what I did. I have a box that I keep all my scraps in, and that's mostly what I used. Another one of these coffee dyed doilies. Another little small doily here. I hope that you're seeing this, because I'm really not paying attention to what I'm doing. And then I had this, and I don't know where it came from. I used it as the center of the flower. Then over here, I just used this first little doily here. And then, I don't know if you can see it, but I also put a little piece of a doily connector here. And then another embellishment that I had. I have no idea where it came from. Another piece of my favorite trim here. And then 2 stick pins that I made. And then on this page, I used a piece of lace and made a little pocket and included some thread, a needle threader, and a little pair of scissors, and I couldn't get them to stay in. They wanted to fall out, so I just attached them with a little piece of ribbon. And then I used a little flower here from my stash and made a little button card and put some buttons on it. This was, I think this little piece of trim came from Walmart. This trim that I put all the way around here and on the front came from Hobby Lobby. And then I had a little tiny piece of trim here, and I believe that that came from One Little Dreamer, I think. And this is some more of the trim I got from Annie at Miss Garden Grows. And so, anyway, I think that covers everything. And then I just added my little tag on the back. So I'm going to be getting this off in the mail to my aunt. She doesn't have any idea that I've made it for her, but I believe she'll really like it, and it'll be a nice little keepsake for her, made out of this old camisole that belonged to a granny. Granny. Yeah, that's what she calls her, Granny Prance. So, anyway, she did send me another one, so I'll show you that too. She sent me this. And it also belonged to her husband's grandmother. And so it also has some spots that have been eaten by something. Has a real pretty lace here. And it's very thin. You can see how thin it is. It's got a very pretty lace here, and then this along the bottom and the sides. It really needs to be ironed. I need to get out my iron and press it. I'm not sure what it was. It looks like it might have been a little girl's apron. It has this little piece here on it. Well, it might not have been a little girl's, but anyway, that's the way it goes. So I'm just sort of going to keep it and make things for my aunt out of it. Just to surprise her. Anyway, I just wanted to show you guys what I had made before I send it off. So, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye now.